Hello and welcome to another Next.js tutorial. Myself Sohail, and today we are going to see how you can set up a SSG server-side generated and SSR server-side rendered pages in Next.js project, specifically pages router. Okay, so first of all, let's clear what is SSG. Okay, server-side generated. So server-side generated are the pages which you generate at your build time. Okay, this could be your product page, your blog page, or documentation. Okay, that don't need much alteration or updation. Okay, and where you can use server side rendered is when you have a cart page. Okay, where data needs to be dynamically loaded from server. Okay, so that's where you use server side rendered method. Okay, so let's see how you can set up this theoretical explanation in your Next.js project. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's get to the code. Okay, so we will use this JSON placeholder API. Okay, and what we will do is we will use these users to be statically generated. Okay, with static paths, and the to-dos of the user will be server side generated. Okay, so this will give you a good understanding of how server side and a static side props or rendering works. Okay. Okay, so structure will be something like this. We will have our users on slash route. Then wait a sec, what we will have is user slash id, which will contain all specific user. Then what we will have to-dos will be on this route slash to-dos. Okay, now this will be static. Okay, this will be static. This will also be static. No, this will be static, and this part will be dynamic. Okay, SSG, and this will be SSR. Okay, I hope the folder structure is clear. So let's create the folder structure. Okay, I will create users folder. Then I will create a index.js. Okay, then I will create a slug, or you can just call it id or whatever. I'll just call it id. Okay, then this id folder will have index.js, as well as then it will have a to-do folder, to-dos, and this will have a index file. Now let's set up the user index route as well as user slash id route. Okay, before we create the user index, let's check what response the API is giving us. Okay, let's click this here, and it will show all the user. Okay, so there are like 10 users, so we will set up a page, or index page which will contain all these 10 users. Okay, so let's start. I will declare export async function get static props. Yeah, get static prop is right. We do not need any params. Okay, this will be empty as this is an index route. Okay, then const res equals await fetch. Okay, this is correct. Let's proceed. Const user equals to res.json. Okay, so this will get all those 10 users, and get 10 user, then parse json. Okay, now we will return it. Okay, so what we return function expects a props. Okay, and props will contain user. It will be users. Okay, now we will set up our page. Return for starter, we will just have some header tag. Okay, a div with the h1 users. Okay, let's see how it's looking. Slash users. Okay, it is saying user. Let me style it a bit. Okay, so styling is done. and it looks something like this. Okay, so let's map our users dot map h2 and email one. Okay, so let's see, this is how it's looking. Now what we will do is link these pages to the nested pages. Okay, this id page. Okay, so let's wrap. Okay, let's change this to a or a link. Let's call link from next link and give it a route href be user dot user id. Okay, let's check. Okay, it's working. Now let's quickly set up our nested route, this one. Okay, so for that I will copy paste this here and change this part. Okay, so we will get the user id from params. Okay, params. Okay, then const id equals params.id, then this will be plus, okay, slash plus id. Cool, we will get our res and we will parse it to user and change it like this, and this will be user. Okay, we won't be mapping, so close that. And now let's see if the whole setup is working correctly or not. Okay, so let's click here. Okay, something have went wrong. The static part is required. Okay, what we need to set up is a get static paths here. Okay, so let's set up that. That will be export async get static path. It will get all the users. Okay, then map those user to id. Okay, this id. Okay, we will be setting params dot id. Okay, now let's check if it's working or not. Now we can see a user here. Let's set up few additional things, like this will be username. Okay, and I will set up few more things. Okay, so I have added email, phone and a website. Let's check. Okay, correct, perfect. Okay, now let's set up code for to-dos, which will be server side generated. Okay, so it will be export async function. Okay, then function name will be get server side props. Okay, this will get params, and now let's get the id from our params, then const. Okay, we can do just like this. This will be this. Okay, perfect. Const to-dos res, okay, to-dos res will be await placeholder JSON API id slash to-dos, and const user res will be await placeholder API slash user slash id. Okay, now let's return it. Return props, to-dos and user. Okay, props, inside props you will return to-dos and user. In main page export, this will be the main page. Okay, where the content will be rendered. Function to-dos. Okay, a username to do, then map is complete. Okay, first we will display username with username to-dos. Okay, and then render its to-do below it. Okay, now let's check whether it's working or not. Okay, let's try with the URL to-dos. Okay, as you can see, there are multiple to-dos listed below it. Okay, now let's connect this part with to-dos. Okay, link view to-dos. Okay, I will copy this and paste it here. Okay, let's go back, view to-dos. Okay, cool. With this, we have seen how you can create static generated pages using get static path and get static props, as well as how you can generate pages from server using get server side props. Okay, I hope this video helped you understand how you can set up SSG and SSR in your Next.js project. If it did, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any question regarding Next.js or SSR SSG, do let me know via comment. And with that, I will see you in next one. Bye bye.